right. Hello, it's me, Nicole Ford again. Earlier we discussed on my page that, or my channel is that how to start to heal. Well, I had a question, or better yet, someone commented to me expressing how they've had to live with bipolar, and it's hard for them to express to others how to articulate that, how to get that across to friends and family, and get that understanding that you really need from them. So that was a really good something that I really wanted. I wanted some feedback. Tell me what you deal with. Tell me what questions you'd like to see discussed, or something you'd like to see me discuss, or maybe answer it, or shed some light to you didn't have before. I'm definitely all for you answering it. All you got to do is to subscribe to my page, or at least hit like, pass it to everyone you know. Again, what we're trying to create here is knowledge. We want to get that out there. We want to really get people to understand what it's like. So with that being said, the question that the answer to that question, or what you'd like to see discussed, what I would have to say is, when it comes from friends and family, you really want to put yourself around an understanding circle. You never want to surround yourself around people who are truly not going to be understanding to you. And the way that you're going to know that is by other aspects of how they're a friend to you. You're going to know if this is really someone that loves you and is willing to support you. So that's one way I would definitely say of, surrounding yourself around people that are understanding people already. That does make a big difference when you try to have to feel the need to overcome, telling someone you're bipolar. Another thing is, be confident with what you have. Yes, the world looks at it as something wrong, something crazy, something not right. People shun us, but be proud of it, because the more you know about your bipolar, the more you educate yourself on you. That's in terms of writing, that's in terms of talking, definitely going to therapy, being involved in your way of trying to come to understanding. You have to first be understanding of what you have. You have to first, give some light to yourself about what it is you're actually going through. And the only way that you're going to find those things out is really going to therapy. I know everybody says it's such a cliche, but you find someone that really understands you, even as a therapist, so you don't feel judged, or you feeling like you're being judged by someone else. And really learning what it is that you want to see for you, what you want to see, where you want to grow, where you want to heal. Really dig down into those things, because I was diagnosed with I was diagnosed with bipolar at the age of 14. So I was in my freshman year of high school. I didn't know much, and you're just newly becoming a girl. You've got all these things going on already on top of having that. It did make things difficult. But what I had learned was, the more confident I was about having bipolar, the more that I was like, I have this. It's a disease. And I would definitely educate people on it. And if people can't accept you, I know it's easier said than done, especially when it's friends and family. If they can't really accept you and can't really love and come to love that part of you, then they're not worth being around anyway. That's just a given. You as a bipolar person, you don't want to surround yourself around people who are negative already. You're already negative enough for everybody in the room. So you don't need to surround yourself with more negativity. You have to put yourself around positivity, and the more and more you come around that, and you come across that, and the more you educate yourself on it, you'll just stop sounding like a crazy person, because when you know better, you do better. Ever heard the saying, you know better, you do better? So as you know more about what you are dealing with, what you have that's conflicting, why some days I feel sad, why some days I feel bad, why am I happy tomorrow, and I know a day from now I'm going to be pissed off and angry at the world. It's a chemical imbalance is what that is. It's a chemical imbalance within your brain, which means you were born with it. It's not something, we can control. It's not something that we just decided to pretend. And I know people think, oh, people with bipolar, they're pretending, they just want to be. No, it's not about pretending. But like I said, the way that I feel like you come to have that understanding, and for other people to have that understanding, and to make other people aware, is to educate yourself first and foremost. You have to educate you in order to be able to educate others. And the more that you educate yourself, and the more you're able to read about it and know about it, you can actually learn to begin to articulate that to people. Because now you're not just giving them, I'm sick, I have a disease, and boo-hoo, woe is me. You're now explaining to them, hey, this is what I have. Some days I'm like this, some days I'm like that, and I'm learning how to deal with it. I'm going through, and usually when people know you're actually involved in your own care, they tend to respect it a little more because they're like, okay, at least she's serious about, wanting to make it right, wanting to understand. So you're just kind of not walking around oblivious to it. There's definitely all kinds of books I have read. I have definitely gone to different seminars or have done some different research, talked to different people about bipolar. I've done my own research, and the beautiful thing that we have nowadays is the internet. So we're able to research these things without having to go buy a book. And the best way too, even though you're diagnosed with something, sometimes you have to be more involved in your own care than your doctors. You can't just allow them to put you on medicines that don't work for you if in the event you choose to be on medicine. If not, then the best thing that I would probably say to articulate that to people is definitely researching it. Definitely, doing your own amount of research and understanding. You've got to come to peace with it first before anybody else can come to peace with that, and learn to look at it as something beautiful about you. You're not normal. You're not normal. You will never fit into that category of normal. We all say we want normal, but do we really? We don't. So look at it like, what? Even though this is a part of me, I can still take this part of me and use it for good. Hence the reason for my channel is I just kind of really felt like very passionate. I want to tell people. I want people to know what it feels like for someone. You have Robin Williams, that's just killed himself, committed suicide because of him always dealing with the fact that he was diagnosed with bipolar and still trying to be in the acting world and be a father, be a husband. So people really don't realize this is a serious thing. This is a disorder. This is something that honestly is another part of a person that they can't control. It's a chemical imbalance within the brain, that a lot of time takes for medication to even that out. So I really just feel like that's what I want to bring to this is awareness. I really just want to bring some light to it. I'm very passionate about that. I feel like I am 32 years old, and I'm about to be 33, and I want to think about if in the event what would I want to leave to people? And I feel like I would want to share this part of my story. I want to share this with people. I want people to understand where I'm coming from. I want them to understand where I'm coming from. And we dig in together. This is going to be 6 months of me doing this and me digging in with you digging in with me. Definitely put things on the page that you want to discuss or you find walking across life you didn't understand about. Definitely. And I'll do the research and I will, answer your questions because I just want you to feel better. I want you to eventually get on this road with me and we get on the road together. And the way we all get on that road is really helping each other out. So definitely subscribe. Please subscribe to the page, like it, pass it around, tell people that somebody that refer them to the page, and just so they can maybe get some answers or I can answer them and definitely interact with people is what I really want to do. So I hope you guys like this segment. I might do a little something later, but I'm not too sure just yet. But I just definitely wanted to answer that question to that person that hit me up, and definitely thank you for that because that made me cry and be like, wow, so it's really not just me. I looked over to my husband, I was like, wow, this is really not just me. And if I can tell my story, tell my struggle with dealing with this illness and what it's done to me, what it's done to people around me, and you'll definitely, as you look more on the page, you'll get interviews from people that I love and people that are close to me, and and we'll definitely talk to them and get their opinions on what it feels like having to deal with someone with bipolar. What's hard for them, what hurts them, what struggles they go through going through this with this person. So definitely I hope you pass this along. Knowledge is power, and I love that saying because it's even though it sounds so cliche, but it's very true. Knowledge is power, and when everybody can come together and we can all say, hey, this is important too, this means something, there's a lot of people dealing with this, and we start shedding more light to this, we will really truly help those people that have no one to shed that light for them. So hope you guys liked today's segment. That's all I'm doing for today. Bye.